2020 NFL season has officially come to an end, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are world champions. Today we will be reviewing Super Bowl 55 and look ahead to what this offseason has in store. Hello and welcome to Air It Out. I'm your host Harrison Payne, and with me, as always, is Simon Luffer. How's it been, Simon?
All right. Well, Harry, I'm going to be honest. I'm incredibly surprised at how the Super Bowl went down, and I'm honestly still a little upset about it. How about you?
Yeah, I can agree with, especially with what I said last week. I'm a little stunned about how the game went. But it's whatever.
Yeah. All right. So the Bucs defeated the Chiefs on Sunday night, 31-9. It was kind of a blowout, honestly, especially for a Super Bowl. So what are your first impressions of how the game went?
Okay, well, I have to say this. So on last week's episode, I was ranting on about how the Buccaneers can't do anything, how Tom Brady was not going to throw or be able to do anything, and I just need to say, I have to admit I was wrong. Tom Brady threw for 72%, 201 yards, 3 touchdowns, had 132.3 QB rating, and I just gotta say, like, with all due respect, he played an outstanding game. Like, I've never been a fan of Tom Brady, but he played a really good game, and he played a really big part in winning this game, and all we've said these past few weeks, just all completely down the drain. Buccaneers just wiped them the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like to me, he never had like a great highlight reel play, I guess. Like, obviously there was good touchdown passes and whatnot, but like really he was just kind of playing like simple fundamental football, and he just wasn't making like any mistakes all game. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Unlike the
we
whole
kind of deserve
Chiefs
this.
team. Yeah, it's like karma, right? Because we were ranting on about how I said the score was going to be, 38-17 Chiefs?
Yeah, you said 38-17. I said 35-21.
Yeah, and then
So,
that whole...
not right.
Yeah, it's 31-9, so... But you were talking about mistakes, and that's really what I need to touch on the Chiefs. So, I don't know if many of y'all watched the game, but Mahomes, I feel really bad for him because you can tell by the look in his eyes and just everything, he was playing his heart out to try and win this game, and the receivers could not get open, and the line was not blocking. 29 out of the 56 dropbacks he was pressured, which is most in any QB history or Super Bowl history, sorry. And that's really what affected the game. He had no time the whole game to even scan the field. Plus sorry, add one thing.
It was crazy.
The Buccaneers secondary really got in the film and everything, and Tyreek was never open that game. They played it so well, and they covered everybody perfectly, and they shut down the run. I just got to give credit to Buccaneers. Buccaneers played a really good game.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy, honestly. The offensive line was not protecting Mahomes at all. And then, I mean, you obviously can't blame it all on them, but, I mean, the receivers weren't getting open, and even when they did get open, they dropped some passes, and, like, arguably some of the best passes that Mahomes has ever thrown. And they dropped them, right in their face mask. And
if you saw the one, so Mahomes was scrambling around, and he, full out Superman dove and threw it, mid-air dive through it, and the receiver hit him right in the face mask. And that's what I feel bad about, because he was... Basically, that drive, he had possibly 2 of the best incomplete passes I've ever seen. I know that sounds
me
weird,
too.
but it was 2 of the best incomplete
weird.
passes. If they were completed, that's
if they were completed, they would be some of the best plays in Super Bowl history. Like
Yes.
the one where it was like 4th and goal or something like that, 3rd and goal. He was like parallel to the ground when he threw the ball,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was so accurate. It was crazy. And yeah, I mean after that ball went incomplete, you could just see it in his eyes. He was just like staring, and he wasn't staring like at anyone or anything. He was just like he didn't know what to think because he's never been beat that bad before. Which brings me to my next point. It's the only game this season where the Chiefs didn't score a touchdown. It's the first.
That's
It's
crazy.
Mahomes' first double-digit loss as a professional, and it's the first game where the Chiefs scored less than 13 with him as starting quarterback, which is unreal because like these stats sound like they're from a guy who's played like 4 games in the NFL,
Yeah,
but he's
but he's
played
played
3 whole
three
seasons.
seasons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
he's
that's
never had
crazy.
like that bad of a game.
Yeah, and Patrick, he watching the interview, he seemed upset with himself like a lot. I felt like he blamed it really on himself in a way. Um,
Yeah.
but I was like happy for him and Tom because they exchanged a bunch of words like in a good way. They were really complimenting each other. And Patrick, like he admitted that they didn't play a better game, or they like Chiefs played a bad game, Buccaneers played a lot better, and it just didn't go their way as they planned it to be.
Yeah. I mean, like we've been saying, Mahomes was in trouble all night. Listen to this. He ran like over the course of the game, he ran 497 yards before his passes and sacks. Like when he was
Oh my
escaping pressure and stuff.
gosh.
I mean, imagine if that was like all upfield. Imagine a running back doing that.
Mm,
Almost 500 yards. Wow.
bro.
And he was doing it on turf toe.
Yeah, that's like he wouldn't let go of the game, and I said it last episode too that I was pretty sure Chiefs would get off to a slow start because for some reason every playoff game they always start off slow.
Yeah.
But I felt like in this game they came in thinking they were going to easily get this win, and they got off to a slow start, but they just couldn't get momentum, and Tom Brady just kept on putting up more points.
Yeah, I mean the first 2 drives for each team were I think 2 3-and-outs for the Chiefs, and then for the Bucks it was 1 3-and-out, and then they got 1 first down before they had to punt.
Yeah, this was
So it was looking good for the defenses at first, but then the Bucks kind of just opened it up at the end of the first.
yeah. I forget what the stat was, but it was something like Tom Brady hasn't scored a touchdown in the first quarter. I think it was like playoff history maybe
Really?
or something like
I
that
didn't
where
know that.
he hasn't scored in the first quarter at all. I think it was playoff.
Yeah.
He has not thrown for a touchdown in the first quarter of any playoff game. Like, this was the first game.
Wow.
I saw it like it's weird, but it's neat.
Yeah. Can we talk about the Chiefs punter for a second?
Oh
He
my
Oh my
gosh.
goodness. The announcers on the game were giving him like a lot of they were cutting him a lot of slack. They were like, this guy's a monster leg, he can bomb 70 yarders. And he shanked every single punt. And his best punt
Yeah.
was 50 something yards, but it didn't count. So on the replay, he shanked it and it went for like 33 yards. And
Yeah,
he gave
it's like
he gave the Bucks great field position.
that was what I was gonna add. That like, cause really, that's a big part of the game. You can't if the punter pins them down in their own 10, even like 15.
Yeah, it makes
That's
it
a
a lot
long
easier
way
for the
they have
D.
to go. But pinning them within their own 40, 30 yard line, like that's
Yeah,
not.
when you punt it and it doesn't even get out of your own territory.
It's terrible. Like, I feel
Yeah,
like every side of the ball was not playing well in the Chiefs. Like their offense wasn't, the
yeah.
defense
I mean,
wasn't, and their special teams. I have you seen a bunch of stuff on how like Chiefs fans are really blaming the refs?
no, I haven't. I don't think that was the refs, honestly.
I don't. There were like the Tyrann Mathieu play right before the half. I think that one was a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit questionable because
that one was.
that one was way over the head and it hit the back wall.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't catchable.
yeah, but still, like I think that was really the only bad call. Everyone's saying Tom paid the refs again, but it was just like we've been saying, their line was not blocking the whole game. It's not just a couple bad calls by refs. Like it happens in every game.
Yeah.
It's just that the Chiefs were playing terrible, and that's their fault for the loss.
Yeah. Oh, the defense too. Like back, early in the game when they were still in it, they had like 2 or 3 free penalties that they just gave
Oh
up,
yeah,
like just unforced errors, and it gave the Bucks so many yards.
a bunch of unsportsmanlike conducts, just taunting and being stupid. Really,
Did you
that's like
see? Was it a Bucks defender who
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
batted a pass down from Tyreek Hill and he did the peace sign right in his face?
Yeah, yeah. So if y'all don't know, so in the regular season when the Bucks and Chiefs played, Tyreek burned the guy and like put up his signature peace sign as he walked in the end zone.
Yeah.
So for this game, the defender was locking Tyreek up all game long, and he put up the peace sign like the one time, and he got like 7 fouls, and I thought it was the funniest thing.
Yeah, he literally
But
like
it's just
squatted down right in front of Tyreek. Tyreek was kind of hands on his knees looking at the ground, and then the defender squatted down right in front of him and leaned forward, and he was like, "Hey, man." It was funny.
yeah, it's just there's a lot of like stupid immature stuff in here.
Yeah, I think
So I think
probably by the end the tempers boiled over a little bit.
I still feel like Chiefs thought it was gonna be an easy win, and once they thought they were gonna lose, it just made them all mad because
Yeah.
they thought they could easily win it and they blew the game. But yeah,
Yeah.
especially me, I thought the Bucks were way like not underrated, overrated, I guess. I thought they weren't gonna be able to do anything, but
I thought they were really gonna like kind of get embarrassed, honestly.
yeah, that's the word. So yeah,
But
it's just an overall Buccaneers played better than the Chiefs, and that's how they got the win.
yeah, I mean, one thing that happened in this game that the Bucks didn't really do a great job of in the NFC Championship was running. Um, and I mean, Leonard Fournette, he didn't even have 100 yards, but I don't know if you remember, but he ripped off like a few big plays in a row, and it got the Bucks like inside the 15, and it, even if that's all he does, it makes it a lot easier for Tom Brady.
The biggest runner was Mahomes this game. In reality,
Yeah, I know.
Mahomes was the
And none of them were
best
positive.
runner in the game. Yeah.
Yeah. And then
That's just
flipping sides, the Chiefs did not help Mahomes out at all in the running game because the Bucks safeties were playing so far back to prevent Tyreek Hill from like going deep, and if they got like the run game going a lot, it would bring the safeties up, and then they could do play action and whatnot. But they didn't really use the run game at all, especially like the second half because they were already in like comeback mode. So he had to just throw like the whole second half.
Yeah. It's just this game didn't go as most people thought it would, to be honest.
Yeah, no, definitely not how I thought it did. How I thought it would.
And instead of Tom Brady sitting on the couch with ice cream, it's Pat now.
It's Pat. Yeah.
Watching
Well,
Tom Brady go to Disney.
Yep. Did you see the Super Bowl parade today?
Yeah, with the boat, Tom Brady's
that was kind of
boat.
That was kind of cool though. Like that was kind of original.
Did you see Tom Brady? So Tom Brady had the Super Bowl trophy,
the Lombardi, and he threw it. He threw it from the back of his boat to the front of Gronk's boat.
Yeah,
literally
and
like 20 feet away.
I saw it this morning and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Tom, don't be stupid."